and welcome to today's full body flow. We're going to go ahead and get started in Tadasana at the top of our mat. Feet stacked underneath our hips, feeling rooted to the ground like we're floating from the waist up. Gazing out ahead of us, let's inhale our arms up, palms touch. Exhale, bend the knees and fold forward. Bringing the crown of your head down towards the mat, letting the arms dangle. Maybe grabbing opposite elbows here. Shaking, rocking back and forth, bending one knee and straightening the other. Letting go of the arms, let's inhale to a flat back. Exhale, fold down, plant the hands, step back into a plank pose. Pausing here, pushing the ground away. Toes are tucked under, sending energy out through the heels of our feet. Gazing in between our hands. Taking a full inhale here, and on your exhale, lowering down, chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. Inhaling, pushing up, relaxing the lower body into cobra or upward facing dog. In up dog, our thighs are lifted from the ground. In cobra, they're resting on the ground. Rolling your shoulders down and back, broadening the chest, gazing out in front of you. On your next exhale, pushing the hips up towards the sky, bringing the heels towards the earth, rolling into our pointer and thumb fingers, ears in between the biceps, core is engaged, we're in downward facing dog. Taking a moment here to walk the dog out, straightening one leg and bending the other. Shaking our head yes, shaking it no. Letting gravity pull it away from our shoulders. On your next inhale, gaze in between your hands, and on your exhale, make your way to the top of your mat, stepping, skipping, jumping, walking into a forward fold. Letting the arms dangle here. On your next inhale, rolling up slowly. The head is the last to rise. Looking ahead of us, let's inhale our shoulders up by our ears. Exhale, roll them down and back away from our face. Palms together at the heart center. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant your hands and come into a plank pose. From plank pose, lowering down, elbows in towards the body, chaturanga. Inhaling, pushing up into upward facing dog. Exhaling, bringing the hips up towards the sky, heels down towards the ground into downward facing dog. Taking a full round of breath here. Filling our belly like a balloon. Exhaling your belly button in towards your spine. Gazing in between your hands at your inhale. On your exhale, making your way to the top of your mat in a forward fold. Inhaling, rolling up. Palms meet above your head, gaze follows. Exhaling now into chair pose. Sending our hips back, bending our knees, weight is in our heels. Arms can be out in front of you, ears beside biceps, or you can bring them at palm center in front of your heart. Tucking our tailbone a little bit here, keeping our spine straight, our gaze out in front of us, lowering down just a little bit more into this chair pose, feeling strong. Looking down, making sure we can see our toes. Taking a big inhale here, and on your exhale, straightening the legs and folding over. Crown of the head towards the ground, arms dangle. flat back, hands to shins. Exhale, plant your hands, step back into downward facing dog, or you can flow through vinyasa. Exhaling, chaturanga. Inhaling up to upward facing dog. Exhaling, rolling over the toes or stepping back into downward facing dog. Once we're all in down dog, on your next inhale, rising the right leg up towards the sky into downward dog splits. Keeping the right foot flexed like you're going to put your footprint on the ceiling. On your next exhale, tucking your knee into your chest, rolling forward to plant that right foot in between your hands. Rotating our left heel down to a 45-degree angle, planting the heel to the earth. Inhaling our arms up into warrior one, keeping a deep bend in the front right leg. Looking to make sure that you can see the front right toe, knee is over ankle. Bring your shoulders away from your ears. Rotate your pinkies and your elbows in towards each other. Chin is parallel to the ground. Your left back leg is straight. It's not just sitting here. We're using it to stabilize ourselves as our hip bones face the front of the mat. Feeling strong in this warrior, taking one more deep inhale through the nose. On your exhale, framing your front right foot, sending it back to meet the left. From plank pose, pushing our hips back into downward facing dog or flowing through vinyasa. Exhaling, chaturanga. Inhaling into upward facing dog. Finally, all meeting in downward facing dog. On your next inhale, our left foot rises, putting that footprint on the ceiling. On your exhale, knee to nose, bringing your left foot in between your hands, rotating your right foot down at a 45-degree angle. Inhaling, arms up into warrior one, a deep bend in the front left leg. Checking our alignment here. Rotating our elbows, our hands in, pinkies in towards each other. Working to bring our biceps next to our ears. Lowering those shoulders down and back away. Our hips are facing the front of the mat. We're strong. Inhaling deeply. Exhaling, framing the foot. Sending your left foot back. Flowing through vinyasa or pushing back into downward facing dog. Listening to your body. From downward facing dog, gazing in between your hands. Exhale, make your way to your forward fold at the top of your mat. Inhaling, rolling up. Palms meet together. Exhaling down through heart center. Inhale, arms up. Exhale into chair pose. Hips go back. Tucking the tailbone, weight in your heels. Spine is straight, core is engaged. Inhaling here, exhaling, folding forward over your legs. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, rolling back into downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, inhaling, rising the right leg. Foot is flexed. Exhale, planting it in between your hands. On your next inhale, rotating the left foot down, arms up, warrior one. Finding our moment here, inhaling. Exhale, framing the foot, sending the right foot back to meet the left, flowing through vinyasa or pushing our hips back, heels down into downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, Inhale, left leg rises. Exhale, planting in between your hands. Inhale, heel goes down, arms go up into warrior one. A deep bend in that left leg. Shoulders down and back. Feeling strong and rooted here. Exhale, frame your feet. Send your left foot back to meet the right. Flowing through vinyasa. We're pushing back into downward facing dog. The choice is always yours. Inhale, looking at your hands. Exhale, hands to feet, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Planting the hands, we're going to step our right foot back. Left foot in between our hands, lowering the right knee. Inhaling our arms up into a low lunge. Making sure our left knee is above our ankle, feeling that stretch in our right hip. Keeping the right toes tucked or untucked, whatever is comfortable for you. Inhaling here, exhaling, framing your left foot and pushing back into a half split. Sending your left toes to the ceiling, flexing that foot. Folding over with a straight spine over that left leg. A deep stretch from your heel all the way up through your glutes. Inhaling here, and on your exhale, rebending that left leg, framing the foot, tucking the right toes, sending your left leg back to meet your right. All of us hips up into downward facing dog. Exhaling, bringing your right foot in between your hands, planting it down, lowering your left knee. Feeling comfortable here on your next inhale, arms rise into a low lunge. Shoulders down and back, gazing out in front of you. Stretching out the front left hip now. Checking to see that front right toe. Inhaling, hands up towards the sky. Exhaling, framing your right foot and pushing back. Flexing those right toes into a half split on our right side now. With every inhale, feeling our spine lengthen. And with every exhale, coming a little closer to the ground. We keep our toes flexed here because when your toes are flexed, you're engaging the hamstring and the back side body. When your toes are pointed, you're engaging your quad and the front side of your leg. So we're aiming to stretch our hamstring here. We keep our feet flexed. On your next exhale, walking your hands up, rebending that right leg, tucking your left toes, bringing that knee up. We're going to step our left foot forward to meet the right, coming into a forward fold here. Letting our body dangle. And on your inhale, rolling up. Stepping out to the long side of your mat or your space, we're going to come into a wide-legged forward fold. So finding your toes pointed in, a little pigeon-toed, a good amount of length between your feet. Put your hands on your hips. Let's inhale, lengthening our spine, and on your exhale, hinging forward at your hips. Think about leading with your chin to keep your spine straight. Coming all the way down until the crown of your head is facing the earth. You're gazing behind you. You can drop your hands here to the mat, to the ground. You can grab opposite elbows. Or maybe from here you interlace your fingers and bring them out and over you to give yourself a nice chest stretch here. Whatever you do, you're relaxing your upper body. You're letting gravity pull it down. If you find that you can easily touch the ground in this position, think about walking your hands back behind you and using the earth to grip and pull yourself even further through your legs. Maybe grabbing the backs of your heels to do the same thing, We're taking your peace fingers and interlacing them between your toes, your big toes, and using your arm strength to pull your head down. Wherever you're at, we're taking one more big round of breath here. Bringing our hands to our hips on our next exhale. Heel toeing our feet together so we're in a forward fold. Dropping our hands and inhaling all the way up. Head is the last to rise, arms up overhead. Palms meet, exhale, hands down through heart center. Into Tadasana. Thank you guys. Namaste.